hours in a tiny studio, teaching you and me about everything they know that makes sound. A meltdown, it's the meltdown, time for the meltdown, coming for the meltdown, let's start the show.
Welcome into this lovely land of Meltdonia. So happy to have you here along for the ride. We have another Wednesday upon us, which means one thing, triple threat trivia happening right here in this tiny little studio today, the Culver studio. We appreciate them as we are presented by our title sponsor, MyBookie. I am your Meltdown host and Meltdown triple threat trivia master of ceremonies, Mr. Tim Melton. That is the world champion next to me, Mr. John Lunceford. He's holding on to that trophy for at least another hour or so, but he seems very nervous today. That's just the energy I'm getting off of you, John. Is that accurate, or am I misreading the situation?
It is accurate, because I have not actually properly competed in a normal trivia match in over 2 months, not counting whatever happened on tag team trivia. Yeah, so I'm ready to get back into it, but it has been a while, so I got to remember my tactics and my trivia knowledge. And yeah.
John, you do refuse to acknowledge what happened in the tag team division, as the biggest upset in the history of Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia occurred, where Reed Taylor and Taylor Korn was able to defeat your team of yourself, paired up with Jeff for Team Fast and Furious. Mm-hmm. It has created a rift in the multiverse for sure. The timeline is very disrupted as what happened in that match that would have led you to potentially competing against for another championship against your wife, who ended up winning the championship. It's a lot emotionally to bear, the tag team division. Do you think it did affect your singles performance, because you haven't been in a singles competition since you defeated Spud, who is a 4-time champion, and Tim Lunceford, who was this close to winning the whole thing? You beat him in overtime. I mean, the nerves are flowing for sure, but do you feel like you're going to be able to get on the saddle and feel comfortable again being the world champion? Because we've heard about you being world champion for months now.
Yes, I have let everybody know it. We talked about the matchups coming into it with Russell and Burnon, and Vernon's like, oh, I didn't do that great, but he had 12 points. I won my championship with 1, and that is after overtime. That had to have overtime just to get to positive. So it can get ugly, and you can still win. Ugly from the sense of everybody's in the negatives, or it can get ugly from the sense that you're up by 30 points. Yeah. Like when I set the record, because not only did I set the record, but also the record low was set by somebody else on that day. So you never know. It's honestly, it's a crapshoot, and I'm just going to point to one thing that's going to ultimately decide the game today. I'm currently sitting in the wheel zone. The person that sat here last got 6 straight wheels in a row, and it did nothing but screw him over and over and over again. And I am the person who, on average, has drawn the most wheels before that performance. So
I do think the wheel affected Ethan's performance, because he was never able to really get comfortable in the game, because he was constantly having all these variables thrown at him. But on the other side of this argument, he got a lot of positive variables thrown at him that he wasn't able to capitalize on. If you get those same amount of variables, killer combo, choose your category, double the points, these are things that
There's a jackpot question asked.
There's a jackpot question asked. I think these are things that
jackpot that nobody's ever gotten right, and the killer combo that nobody's ever gotten past 1 before.
I'm just saying that maybe you could capitalize on based on your history with the game. Ethan was a rookie. You are not. If you draw those same sort of events, I feel like it could definitely help you in this. There's a couple of guys I want to introduce you to for sure, and that's my dentist, Dr. Jeff and Dr. Brian. They're over on Grants Mill Road at Alabama Dental Associates. They're very flexible with their office hours, and they are ready to see you with the friendliest staff in all of Meltdonia. As all of your dental appointments that you may or may not have been putting off, you shouldn't do that. That's not a good habit. Get with Dr. Jeff and Dr. Brian, and they're going to make sure that you are prepared for all of those upcoming dental visits, as they have the latest advancements in dental healthcare technology, and also that friendly staff that's there to communicate with you so you never miss another appointment. I used to dread going to the dentist. It was one of my least favorite things in the entire world, and now I'm very excited to go there and meet with Dr. Brian, especially, who is my personal dentist, as we talk a lot about his favorite poker hand, Queen Deuce, and how much he likes to play it. I actually won a a poker pot with Queen Deuce at the Primetime Poker Club. Dr. Brian came out to hang out with us, and he's going to be making another appearance this upcoming week. We're looking forward to that. They're accepting new patients now and can help you feel at ease about all of your dental procedures. You'll walk in going, who are these dentists? You'll walk out going, who are these friends that I've made? That's Dr. Jeff and Dr. Brian. Call them 205-956-8977 or visit alabamadental.com, where they look forward to seeing you. Okay, a couple more guys I want to introduce you to. They are making their second appearances here on The Meltdown, and that is, we're going to start with Russell Byrne, who won a couple weeks ago during what was a weird week. We had a bunch of night shows, a lot of college football 25 action. Russell got a chance to play some college football 25, a wonderful passer, a horrible play caller. And that's how I feel like you maybe are going into trivia today. Maybe there's one element of the game you're really going to dominate. Maybe the passing, once again, is going to be your strong suit here. But when the ball is in your hands and the game is on the line, are you going to be able to nail the question? What's your confidence level after having one game under your belt where you had a pretty decisive win, Russell?
I don't know. I think that game was pretty good. Today I'm a little bit nervous. I'm up against two really good competitors, the defending champion, and of course Burnon here, who just dominated recently. So a little bit nervous, but I'm also a little bit confident. I think I'll prove a strong showing.
Russell, there are things that people wouldn't maybe be able to notice right off the bat from seeing you and hearing you about your personality. You like adventure. You like getting out there in the world, and you do some really crazy stuff, in my opinion, like kayaking, where you have a couple flips, couple rolls, couple whatever, you can get right back in and you're right back at it. What's your mentality as a kayaker that can help you in Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia? These are some rough waters to navigate sometimes.
Just don't get intimidated. You know, there's an old saying, if you fall off the horse, get back on. So if you have a rough question or a rough couple of questions, just get back at it.
If we were ever out in a wilderness situation where we needed fire to be made, do you think you could produce fire? Do you think you can make that happen?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, well, let's see if you can create some fire here in the studio today. We're going to look forward to that. At some point during round 3, he's going to start making an actual fire and be like, no, I was not literally
here, no.
Not literally meaning fire. We also have Burnon Moman, becoming a fan favorite here on The Meltdown for sure. You had a very strong performance last week. Ethan kept getting the wheel, and you kept getting all the points in the world. Ben, you threw him some passes that really crippled his game and strategy. It was a very strong showing, double digits in your very first appearance in Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia. However, you know this thing is wacky. I mean, it can go any which direction, and you're facing some really tough competition for 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, I mean, that's man, you pretty much took the words right out of my mouth right there. I appreciate that.
Okay, you're welcome. You don't have to add anything to it.
No, but definitely, I mean, last week I was fortunate to make some good decisions and got some favorable questions. I think I got a wheel. I got a favorable question, and I got some things went my way. But like anything else, you got to kind of weather the storm if something happens. And I'm just excited to be back, to get to hang out some more, and gracious to be competing against good people.
Absolutely, you're going to be competing against other good people coming up in the month of August. Talk a little bit about your appearance at the BJCC and what that means to you personally as you're getting the word out about the CrossFit games that are headed this way.
Yeah, the Masters CrossFit Games coming out to the BJCC August 29th through the 31st, ending on September 1st. Pretty big. For me personally, it's been a big deal because I've always wanted to make it as an individual, and I was fortunate enough that they had a team aspect this time, and our team got chosen as kind of a lottery pick, which is kind of a cool thing, and just want to take advantage of every opportunity because you don't know how long you get to do this kind of stuff as an aging athlete. As an aging parent, and your kids get older and those types of things, you don't know how long you're going to be able to show your kids, which is what it's important to me, to show my kids you can do hard things. You can make things happen at any point in your life, at any age. You can do something that you never thought you could be able to do, and that's really important to me.
I'm not going to say you're winning today, but I am going to say I'm rooting for you here in this seat because that was very inspirational. It brought a tear to, I think, America's eye when you said that, and I appreciate it. For those that want to watch the game from the comfort of their own AC, These things will be streamed on YouTube as well, these events.
Yeah, they just released that they're going to post it on CrossFit's YouTube channel. They're going to stream it live. You can check out the other CrossFit games, which they'll probably have some highlights and some more news come out over ESPN, like the regular CrossFit games, which is all those like really elite young bucks. But no, you're going to get to check out the Masters. We're going to be on YouTube and hang out, and we'll be live at the BJCC, so you can come down. It's 4 days.
You've known me for about 30 years, and I have a selfish question. What CrossFit activity would I be best at personally, based on you knowing my athletic prowess?
Rowing. You would be an awesome rower.
Okay.
You're 6'9". We have a gentleman in our gym. Shout out to Tyler, who is 6'11".
Okay, that's not a competition, but
whatever.
That's
but
fine.
he is a phenomenal rower, and rowing is one of those movements in CrossFit that really benefits longer leveraged athletes. And you would
Longer leveraged athletes. That's what I'm going to put on my business card. Long leveraged athlete. That's what I'm
but
putting.
hey, honestly, if you guys ever want to come out and just give it a try, just to hang out, you feel free to come on to CrossFit Mophobia, Mophobia Performance on Highway 31, and you guys, you can hang out with me, and I'll put you through it, and
Okay.
you know.
Well, let's see how nice today goes first. Because if you end up getting the wheel 6 times in a row, I have a feeling I won't want to go through your CrossFit
I will
regimen.
not take the wheel out on you
got
guys.
it.
Maybe John, but not.
We
Turn around and
have
walk right back out. No, boy.
we have producer Tyler here with us, who hasn't spoken on a Wednesday in now a couple of weeks. I mean, last week you were not turned to once for your helpful advice. Do you think there's a chance that, based on these competitors all getting more comfortable in this arena, that you're turned to more frequently today?
I hope so, because last couple weeks I was just sitting here talking to Mr. Culver Kurdsworth and nobody else.
Yeah, and that can get very lonely, and I understand that. And I think Burnon, feels personally responsible for not having turned to you even once during that. John has turned to you a lot, but he turns to you and then he doesn't really always take your answer. So that's
Like I said, I have gone to him 9 times. 6 of those we have gotten correct. And I say we have gotten correct. Now, I have not used a couple of his answers, but overall I have. So you're welcome, Tyler.
So I'm closer to 8 out of 9, maybe even perfect.
I didn't say anything factually incorrect. I just wanted to bring to the table some of the history of Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia as well.
It was like number 2 on Lunch's list was use Tyler. So
There you go.
Full confession right here. Today I can't see your facial expression, so it's going to be really hard for me to turn to you.
And Tyler has
That's a good point.
Tyler has been prompted to try not to give away whether or not he knows an answer, right? That would be something that would be an unfair advantage if everybody's always
5 words
looking
into the
over.
question. Like,
Exactly.
well, I'm not going to Tyler on
He
this
gasped at one of my questions last week, and I knew I had it, so I appreciate that.
Ben asked last week whether or not you knew a category, and I was like, can't be consulting him before you consult him. You can't do that. So Tyler knows how the game is played, and he's going to make sure that everything
How
is held
into the
up.
animal kingdom are you?
Yes, exactly. That was actually a question that was asked at the bar to Tyler last week, and in Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia. It's 2 separate things.
Oh, I know my Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Spud does not. Okay.
Spud definitely doesn't.
I think
he doesn't even think
They're
it's
not
a
real
book.
books.
Everybody's here and ready to go.
It's J.K. Rowling's birthday today, by the way.
Oh, happy birthday, JK. It is time now to get into Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia, as I am set to go over the rules of today's contest.
Time for a nap.
Everybody listen up. Nope, not time for a nap. Time to listen up. Here we go. This is everybody's favorite part. There are 3 different opponents with 3 different ways to score points. Contestants will pick a number between 1 and 500. I will then present a general category. Some of the categories may remain a mystery. The contestant in possession of the round can either choose to answer the question themselves for 3 points, try to stump the competition by forcing an opponent to answer the question for 2 points, or use Tyler as a helpful trivia teammate for 1 point. If you choose to answer the question for 3 points and you miss, then you are deducted 3 points. If you choose to have one of your opponents answer the question and they give the correct answer, then your opponent gains 2 points and you lose 2 points. If you choose to use Tyler and you don't get the correct answer, then you lose 1 point. The player with the most points after 6 rounds is your winner. Each player is given 30 seconds to produce an answer once the question is read. If after 6 rounds we have a tie, we go to an additional round with the players that are tied to determine a winner. There's also the famed Wheel of Destiny, which is utilized when you pick a number that activates it, and challenge flags are available for anything you consider to be a controversial decision. Just know that if your challenge is not upheld, you will lose 1 additional point, and I will get the final word on whether or not, after a discussion with people that I trust, a challenge is upheld. Or
If
a
the referee
challenge does
calls
not work.
holding, you ask the referee, was that really holding? And he says, yes, that was holding.
I stand by every decision I've ever made. I'm going to be handing out the challenge flags. This red one will go to Alabama's very own John Lunceford, as he is a big Crimson Tide fan. The blue one is going to go to Russell, who is a big Auburn fan. And the purple one is going to go to Burnon Moman, who is a big TCU Horned Frogs fan. So
I don't know about that, but I'll
Just
say,
go with it.
I'll let you.
do you want people to go to the CrossFit Games or not?
Hey, you know,
I'm just kidding.
I do want you to go, but not at the expense of TCU.
Not at the expense of being a TCU fan. Okay. Who's your favorite purple team then? Birmingham Bolts? We'll go with that.
I mean, yeah.
May they rest
I mean,
in peace.
Pretty sure you had a jersey for the longest time.
John, I need you to not only cover your eyes, but I need you to cover the chat, please, over there and make sure that it is not something that you can access throughout this. And is it a necessity for you to have that laptop in front of you as well? I want the world champion to play without any type of extra benefits because I've asked for these guys to put their electronic devices away, and I think it's only fair for you to put yours away too. Okay, it is now time to start Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia, but I want to remind you that this is all brought to you by the fine folks at Blakely's Bouquets. They craft both traditional and contemporary bouquets with plenty of room for customization and uniqueness. They love being unique there at Blakely's Bouquets, where you're not going to find anything like what they have to offer. On top of everyday arrangements, they also offer same-day flower delivery here in Central Alabama. Need those flowers? Need them quick? Blakely's Bouquets. They also do large event work for weddings and make sure you're provided with floral support during funerals. If you're looking for flowers in the Birmingham area, Blakely's Bouquets is the best choice. Visit the team I trust at blakeleysbouquets.com. We did some coin flips here before the contest, and John won the coin toss. He decided to go third. Russell decided to go second. Burnon is going first in today's trivia matchup. Let's make sure we have everything where we need it to go. And Burnon, you're going to pick a number 1 through 500 to kick things off.
Let's go with 99.
Okay, the competition is on, and it is real. Number 99 is a wheel spin. Let's go ahead.
Of course it is.
That's the first one.
And spin that wheel of destiny.
This will be a super easy skip, Tim.
Super easy skip.
No.
Do you want to take the super easy skip, or do you want to take a traditional 3-point question?
I'll say we're gonna take we're gonna try the super easy skip.
Super easy skip. This is supposed to be a super easy question, and it is for 2 points. Here we go. Byrne. What is Taylor Swift's lucky number?
13.
That is correct. Congratulations, Burnon. You get 2 points. I would like to remind everybody that it is supposed to be a super easy question, and Burnon nailed it.
That was a pop culture question. I mean,
It
luckily
was
for me.
It was a pop culture question, and it is officially off the board. We now go to Russell. What number would you like to go with? 1 through 500.
111.
111.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with you. And I assume we are on the exact same stream, John. Is that correct? Or is it a different link? Welcome in.
I actually think I went to the same stream miraculously.
Okay.
It has never done that before.
Okay. All right. Welcome back, everybody. We lost internet resources here for a couple of moments, and we decided to pause the game in its entirety because we didn't want anyone to miss anything that was going on.
To recap, Burnon got a super easy skip on the wheel, got it correct. Russell passed this question to Burnon, and Burnon got that correct. So Burnon has 4, Russell has -2. I have yet to actually go.
Correct. So Russell passed a acting category to Burnon, and the question was who played Batman in the animated series, and he immediately said Kevin Conroy and got the points there. So the score currently is Burnon at 4, Russell at -2, and it is John's possession at the end of round number 1. We appreciate everybody's patience. We worked through that. John is not only a fighting champion, but he also had to fight the internet connection while trying to defend his championship.
Yes.
John, are you able to continue on, or
Yes.
Do you want to throw the challenge flag and say that it's just too difficult to continue?
I see you took my trophy while I was gone. I'm able to continue.
I did. The trophy is up for grabs. It's technically a title match, so that trophy is right here ready to be handed out. Okay, what number would you like to choose 1 through 500?
You know.
I guess I have to pick your number as well here. 70. Here we go. It's a wheel spin. Let's go ahead,
Shocker.
John, and spin that wheel of destiny.
John, did you just go fix everything? Yes, here's a wheel spin for you. It is... Oh, God. At least I won't lose points. 10-point jackpot.
10-point jackpot. I'm going to give you a question worth 10 points. You will lose no points for getting it wrong. You can gain 10 points by getting it right. Nobody in the history of Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia has ever gotten a 10-point jackpot question. Here we go. Here is the question. John, in my lifetime, only 2 films have won Best Actor and Best Actress at the Oscars for performances within the same film. Name the 2 movies that accomplished this feat. I will repeat the question if you would like. In my lifetime, only 2 films have won Best Actor and Best Actress at the Oscars for performances within the same film. Name the 2 movies that accomplished this feat. If you'd like to guess one, I'll tell you whether you're right or wrong.
I don't think it's recently. But I'm totally lost in the 90s. And the early 2000s.
Need an answer within the next 10 seconds.
I think it's a random movie to say. The Artist.
The Artist is incorrect. The 2 movies I'm looking for are The Silence of the Lambs
I would have thought that was supporting.
and As Good as It Gets.
I've actually seen As Good as It Gets, but I never would have gotten that.
So those are the 2 answers that I was looking for there. Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins for The Silence of the Lambs, Helen Hunt and Jack Nicholson for As Good as It Gets.
And wasn't he on the screen for like 2 minutes total? Like Anthony Hopkins, like it wasn't very long. Like he only had like the 90 seconds of screen time and won Best Actor, I think.
Got to be longer than 90 seconds.
It was
of
not
screen
long.
time. I mean, I'm not saying it's a super long time, but it's got to be longer than 90 seconds.
It was very short. I was like, that's impressive.
He had back and forth scenes that went at least.
He
90
was in
seconds.
Silence of the Lambs for 16 minutes.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
that
It
was-
was not just like a bunch of screen time.
Vernon, you lose no points for your Silence of the Lambs mistake there, but John also loses no points for missing the 10-point jackpot. We move on to round number 2 as Burnon is in the lead with 4 points, Russell at -2, John at 0. Burnon, what number would you like to choose 1 through 500?
317.
317. Here we go. 317 is a wheel spin. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
That's
Impressive. You guys are
It's amazing
all
right
over
now.
it.
You're not even sitting in the wheel zone like I am. It's what I call a game ender, 2 times the points.
2 times the points. So I'm going to give you a category. You can either take it yourself for 6, pass it for 4, or consult Tyler for 2. Are you ready for the category?
Sure thing.
The category is countries of the world. Countries of the world. You can take it yourself for 6, pass it for 4, consult Tyler for 2.
I think I'm going to pass this back to Russell.
Passing it to
We're gonna Pass
Russell.
it back to Russell.
Okay.
Russell.
Russell, I've
let's
never
roll.
wanted you to get a question right so much in my life.
That's got to be it.
Russell, if you get this right, you take the lead in the game. Here we go.
Yes.
Which country reportedly consumes the most chocolate per capita?
Okay, so a couple of them stand out: Swiss, Germany. Of course, then you have the United States. Consumes the most popular.
I can repeat the question if needed.
No, not needed. Consumes the most chocolate. I'm gonna take a wild stab at it, and considering the overweight problem, I'm gonna go with U.S.
That is incorrect.
I
The
would've guessed
country
Switzerland.
that reportedly consumes the most chocolate per capita is Switzerland. Switzerland is the correct
That was
answer.
my number 2 guess.
Burnon moves up to 8 points. Russell moves down to -6. John remains at 0. We are in round number 2. And we move to Russell, who has control of the board, as Burnon's putting on a clinic so far.
Yes, he is. 222.
222. It is another wheel spin. Spin the wheel. Guys are all over it. Spinning the wheel.
Opponent wager.
Opponent wager. Here's the way it works. I'm going to give Russell a category. It is a 3-point question for him regardless. However, you can bet anywhere from 0 to 5 points. This will affect your score in the hopes that he gets it wrong. If he gets it wrong, you earn that amount of points in return. Any questions, comments, concerns about how this works? Russell, this is a question about geography. It's a question about geography. So, Burnon, with you being in the lead, would you like to bet 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 points?
Can stay pretty conservative and just stay with 2.
2 points for Burnon. John, you can bet anywhere from 0 to 5 points. How many points would you like to bet?
I've only gone once, and I'm already in desperation mode. I gotta go 5.
5 points here. A big spender for John. Russell, here's the question. What spot on the map is referred to as the teardrop of India?
Gosh.
What spot on the map is referred to as the teardrop of India?
I don't have a clue. I'm sorry.
Are you going
Indian.
to take a stab at it? 10 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't have anything.
Nothing. Does anybody know this answer?
Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka is the correct answer. John, you move up to 5
I
points.
know every question except for my own.
Burnon, you move to 10 points. Russell, you move down to -9 points.
Going for the record.
Going for the record, -15 is the,
Both of y'all
the
are.
record low.
Yeah.
Russell is 9. -9.
Russell's at -9. John, you're now at 5 points. That was a huge championship play there to get in the game. And Burnon is double your score at 10 points.
Damn.
I've only gone once. I'm losing by 5 points, and I have 5 points. Anyway,
Who do you blame for that?
the wheel.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get a number 1 through 500. John, I'm going to let you pick the number this time.
170.
170. It's not a wheel spin.
Oh, well. Throws me off my game.
This is a question about federal laws. And I'm going to need you just to at least tilt your laptop just for perception purposes. I know you're working hard behind the scenes technically.
Federal laws?
Federal laws. Keep it yourself for 3, pass it for 2, consult Tyler for 1.
I have no earthly idea. Because I'm a lawbreaker. I don't know the laws. But I'm already kind of in desperation mode to want to pass it. But I feel like Burnon would knock this out of the park. So I'm terrified. But I will pass it to Burnon.
Passing it to Burnon. Here we go.
It's one of those things like I'll pass an old history question to Spud and just pray. So I'm doing the same thing here.
Burnon.
Tim's already smiling.
The RICO Act is a United States federal law that provides for extended criminal penalties and a civil cause of action for acts performed as part of an ongoing criminal organization. What does the R in RICO Act stand for?
Be quiet, Russell. At least he didn't answer it.
Is it recurring?
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. It is racketeer. Racketeer is the correct
I would
answer.
have had no idea.
The RICO Act is a big major plot point in The Dark Knight, if you remember in that film where
All I
Maggie
know
Gyllenhaal
is-
remembers the RICO Act.
Every time Maggie Gyllenhaal spoke, as I have made very abundantly clear on the show, I didn't listen.
Burnon, you go down to 8 points. John, you go up to 7 points. We have ourselves a game after 2 rounds.
It's only been 2 rounds.
Two
And it's
rounds.
8 to 7 to -9. What happened?
A lot of wheel spins, a lot of passes, all that stuff. But that is where we're at. After 2 rounds, it is 8 to 7 to -9.
You know who nailed that? Tyler. I pulled it back up once I was done, and Tyler nailed it. I'm congratulating Tyler. We're not going to him.
I understand.
I did not watch Sons of Anarchy stuff.
I will have to ask you continue to lower your
I will
lap.
do it. I'm trying to make sure we're up right now.
No, I understand. It's not a complaint. I'm just telling you in the future, don't get agitated when I ask for you to please lower your computer. That's all I'm asking. Once John gets the win, he'll be much happier to be around. Question
We'll see.
number
Oh, it's only round 3. Good
1
Lord.
of round 3. It's going to go to Burnon to pick a number 1 through 500. What number are you going to pick?
205.
This is a heavyweight bout.
I'm going to end up breaking my own record and lose.
205? It's a wheel spin. Let's spin the wheel.
Oh my gosh.
That's 3 in a row, I believe. Yeah.
It's a wheel spin. Going for the Ethan 6, huh?
I mean, as long as I can get one right. I mean,
What
Oh,
is it
God.
going to land on?
2 times the points.
2 times the points. That's also a reason we have such high scores right now. Do you know how this works? I'm going to give you a category. You can keep it yourself for 6. You can pass it for 4. You can consult Tyler for 2. Ready? Here's the category. The category is minerals. Minerals. Would you like to take it for 6? Would you like to pass it for 4? Would you like to consult Tyler for 2?
I'm going to pass it to John for, this time around.
Passing it to John.
That was a good pass.
Here we go. John for 6 points.
No, for 4.
Sorry, for 4 points. That is correct. What is considered the world's hardest known mineral?
I didn't study in science class. In Minecraft, I think it's obsidian. I don't know if that helps me here. The hardest mineral?
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Iron. I have no idea.
This is the answer I have based on my research.
Was it tungsten?
Diamond. Diamond is the world's
Oh, hell, I
hardest
wasn't even thinking of
known
diamond as a mineral.
mineral.
I wasn't even thinking about diamond.
I was like, oh man, is that really a mineral? I was like,
Yeah,
or is it a
that-
stone? I was like, is it a stone or a mineral?
That didn't even cross my mind because I didn't even think the word mineral and
That's
diamond.
true, yeah. Oh man.
Burnon moves to 12. John moves to 3. And Russell, you have control of the board. What number would you like to choose? 1 through 500.
333.
Let's see if we can get away from the blasphemous wheel here. 333 is a question about famous movie release dates. Movie release dates.
You say it's 12 to 3 to -9.
12 to 3 to -9.
Okay. In an effort to just further bring him down, I'm going to pass it.
Passing it to Burnon.
Yes, I am.
Burnon, for 2 points. What year did Jackie Chan first star alongside Chris Tucker in Rush Hour?
Was it 99? 1999.
1998.
John, who's hosting the show here? I'm
sorry.
Is it you? This is just showing why your computer being out is, it's questionable. It's questionable. Okay.
It's all right.
That is correct. It is 1998, and Burnon, you will move down.
I was at a toss-up between 98 and 99. I couldn't nail it down.
10 points. Russell, you move to -7 points. So a very successful pass there as you're looking to get back into positive territory. All right, we are going to go to John.
270.
You will round out the last question of round number 3. It is the wheel. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel, John. See what happens. You could actually use the wheel here.
I've got a lot of points changes on my on my board over there.
The wheel can definitely help.
The wheel could help.
Except it's not this time. I mean, it could. Opponent wager.
Opponent wager, here's the way it works. John's going to get a 3-point question regardless. However, when I give the category, you can bet between 0 and 5 points. Understood? Here is the category. The category is children's rhymes. Children's rhymes. Would you like to bet 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 points? Burnon, we're going to start with you.
I'm going to go with 3 points.
3 points that you're going to get this wrong. Russell?
I got to go for broke. I'm going for full 5.
5 points. Here we go. John.
Congrats on y'all's points.
In the children's rhyme, where did the first little piggy go?
Is a house of straw.
Is that final answer?
Straw sticks. Oh, the first little piggy. Oh, I was thinking the wolf and going to the pig. Sorry. No. Okay. This will. I thought the wrong thing. I'm gonna lose today.
15 seconds.
First little piggy. I don't like feet. I feel like you typically do that with like feet. First little piggy went to market.
That is correct. The market is correct. How did you pull that one out of the thin air?
I was trying to think. I mean, I have obviously heard that, like played.
You looked
played it
so
before.
lost when you first
No,
said it.
the first thing I thought was
that
the big bad wolf going to the pigs, like,
Yeah.
like.
Not a rhyme.
I just
Not a
thought
rhyme.
pig, and I was like, oh, what's the house of straw? That was first. And then you all had a confused look on your face. That's the only reason when Tim was like, what the hell did you just say?
No, I said, is
Then
that
I
your
was
final
like-
answer?
You just had the tone of like, what the hell did you just say? Okay, what's the score now?
So this is what I have. I have Burnon at 7 points now. He wagered 3 and lost those points. John, I have you now at 6 points after earning 3. Russell, I have you down to -12 now, going for the record that you do not want to attain here. The lowest score ever is -15. You're currently at -12. So
Such a freaking idiot.
it is a 1-point game after 3 rounds. Did you say you're a freaking idiot?
Yeah. I picked the wrong rhyme out.
The other one's
That's
not a
pigs,
rhyme.
right? That's pigs, right? Though,
It's
right?
not a
That
rhyme.
story.
That is
but the
correct.
story. That's pigs.
Take children's
Just the first
story.
thing, because it's
not a
also a
rhyme.
numerical thing.
It went straw sticks.
It's a numerical
Straw
thing with
sticks,
pigs. Like
so
there's one, and
if you
then
would
there's
have
a
said
second, and then there's
sticks,
a
you would have got
third.
it wrong. So that was not the first piggy.
Oh, there's a lot of little piggies that do need to fear for their life because we are eating a lot of protein here lately with our friends at Way to Wellness. And John, I just really appreciate Leslie and her board certified team. And I think now's a great time to remind everybody of the plan that they can find there with Leslie.
Yes, go to aplanforme.com and you too can learn nursery rhymes at Way to Wellness.
The first little piggy went to Way to Wellness.
First little piggy did not go to the market, or when he did, he picked healthier food because Way to Wellness has us on the right plan. See Tim, see me weighing in, looking happy. We are over 90 combined pounds down. You too can be on that plan like I am, like Tim is, like Jim Dunaway is, who's in the other room. We forced him to run the board. That's been fun. Like my dad is, go to aplanforme.com, learn more about our friends at Way to Wellness.
Okay. Whew. It has been the most intense singles first 3 rounds of any competition that I've seen. But we are through 3 rounds now. The score is Burnon at 7, leading the pack, Russell at -12, John at 6. John almost cost himself with the little piggies, but It's weird because it went through the range of emotions of Russell and Burnon both regretting the amount of points that they ended up betting, you looking lost, and then within the final 5 seconds giving the right answer, and the chat also going like, "What is happening?"
I'm really not sure that if Russell wouldn't throw his hands up, that John wouldn't have kept on his three little pigs run.
Well, honestly, you all had a
I
little.
think the emotion got to Russ a little bit and kind of helped.
I've never questioned you saying final answer because sometimes it very well could be like, "Hey, you idiot! Is that your final answer?" And sometimes you're just like trying to, you're not trying to trick them, but you do it a lot. So I've never questioned it because it's like, oh, that may make him rethink it. Thank God you did it to me that time. But Tyler really probably made the biggest look. But I feel like all three of you were like, "What the hell is he talking
to
about?"
make sure you were logged in.
I'm trying to look at Russ like, don't move.
I wanted to make sure that you were submitting what you thought would be the correct answer. And then what I was preparing for emotionally more than anything was you throwing the challenge flag going, "No, it could be interpreted that a rhyme would be the other thing." No.
You would have said what it exactly was, and I would have been like, "Oh boy, I'm an idiot." Like I still am doing.
All right. So we've got 3 more rounds. This is explosive. Russell, you got to go kamikaze here in these final 3 rounds. But it starts with Burnon picking
Why don't
number
you
1
take
through
Burnon out,
500.
75.
Whew. Burnon came to play today. Here we go.
This is only round 4. Good lord.
Another wheel spin?
75 is a wheel spin.
Holy mud.
Spin the wheel.
I promise you, I'm not trying for this.
I promise you I'm not either.
Call this the anti-Ethan.
Ethan, if you're watching, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Ethan what he went
Oh
through
my
last
God!
week.
Opponent wager again. This is the third.
Okay.
This is the third opponent
Third
wager.
opponent one.
So here we go. 0 to 5 points. Have you rigged the wheel over there, John? 0 to 5 points is what you can wager. We know how this works. I don't have to go through it every single time, but I'm going to give Burnon the category, and then we will see where you guys are at. Okay, this is a question about the Oscars. It's a question about the Oscars. It is going to Burnon regardless. It's going to be 3 points for him. Russell, how many points are you betting?
You know I'm going for broke.
5
5 points.
Okay.
Going for the record.
John,
one way
how
or
many
another.
points are you betting here that Burnon is going to miss it?
I have no idea on your movie knowledge, but you are friends with Tim, so I'm only going to go 2.
2 points. That's what he's betting. Okay. Burnon, you missed this. It gives John the lead. You hit this, and you stay in the lead. Russell,
I go for the
anything that happens to you is pretty much negative territory. So here we go. Here's the question. The 1988 American crime thriller that won the Oscar for Best Cinematography and stars Gene Hackman, Willem Dafoe, and Frances McDormand takes place primarily in what U.S. state? And I can repeat the question once for you if you would like.
Yeah, can I get a repeat?
The 1988 American crime thriller that won the Oscar for Best Cinematography and stars Gene Hackman, Willem Dafoe, and Frances McDormand takes place primarily in what U.S. state?
I have to take a stab at it. Got a couple of minutes.
12 seconds.
Go with New York.
New York is not the correct answer.
Is Fargo the movie?
That is also incorrect.
Oh, I don't know.
The correct answer is the state of Mississippi in the movie Mississippi Burning.
Oh.
That is
Say Frances
the
McDormand.
movie.
That's. I couldn't think of what it was, and I thought Fargo when you said her.
Mississippi Burning there, 1988.
I saw a
So
couple of Gene Hackman crime movies, and they were all in.
Burnon moves down to 4 points. John, you move up to 8 points. You could have really cushioned your lead there with a bigger wager, but you did take the lead for the first time in the game. Russell, you end up moving up to 7 points again. Is
What
that
am
right?
I at?
-7.
single digits.
-7. Sorry, -7 points. That is correct, but -7 points.
8 to
Okay.
4 to -7.
It is 8 to 4 to -7. John is in the lead, and Russell has control of the board here in round number 4. What number are you going with?
Number 38.
Number 38. Tyler, did the chat know it was Mississippi? Were they pretty aware?
Yeah,
Okay.
a couple people did.
Okay. Number 38. This is a question about gambling. It's a question about gambling. Would you like to take it for 3, pass it for 2, consult Tyler for 1?
I'll take it for 3.
For 3 points. What is the highest number on a standard roulette wheel?
Oh, let's see. I think it's in the 70s. The highest number, not number of squares.
No, it's not the number of squares. It's the highest numbered square in the game of roulette is what number?
I'm going to go with 70.
Correct answer is 36. 36.
I was a little bit off.
Yeah, I'm not a big roulette guy.
1 to 18, 19 to 36. Those are the two outside bets you can make there with those numbers.
The multiples of 3, 6, 9.
I was in the 30s. Yeah.
I thought it was 36 was that, but I wasn't 100%.
Russell, you moved to negative 10. You're still flirting with that negative
digits.
15.
Yeah.
It's you versus the negative 15 today while they fight each other. Okay. John,
I'm more interested in Russell.
we are still in round number 4. What number would you like to choose?
Guys, on round number 4.
It's only round
I'm
4.
only up to 370.
This will be the longest edition of the show ever. You are going with
370.
370. $370 is about young adult book series.
I might could get this. And if I pass it to Burnon and he got it, we'd be even. So I'm going to... I'm going to ask Tyler.
Tyler, 1 point.
I
Here we go.
thought about it, Russell.
Here's the question.
Something your kids read, and it's like, dang.
Tyler gets first shot at this. You have no access to the chat. Is that correct?
I just turned my phone off and
Okay.
put it away.
I can confirm it's off. My
John is
computer's
tilted. We appreciate. I just want to make sure it's a
on. I
fair
am
game
tilted,
for
yes,
everybody.
thank you.
Here we go.
Down there.
Tyler, what popular young adult book series sends tributes to participate in a televised competition in which they fight to the death?
Oh, I'm gonna take a wild guess and go with The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins.
Okay. Tyler giving you more than you needed potentially.
Don't say I don't ever go with you, Tyler.
What answer would you like to go with?
The Hunger Games.
That is
By
correct
Susan
for
Collins.
1
I
point.
hope you took that one.
Congratulations.
I assume you would have known that,
Yeah.
and I assume you would have known that. Yeah.
John moves up to 9 points, and he has the lead, 5-point lead over Burnon,
You're welcome,
and a whopper of a lead here over Russell. What is that? A 19-point lead?
19 point.
Wow. Okay, we move into round number 5.
My little squares I made, the negative double digits doesn't even fit in the square.
Burnon, what number would you like to choose? Don't let him get in your head, Russell.
I'm sorry.
Russell, you keep playing your
We're
game.
gonna hit the
okay?
halfway point
keep
here.
doing
I'm
you.
gonna say 250.
This is round 5, right?
Yes.
You and all those chocolate snuffers over in Switzerland, okay? You guys enjoy what you're doing. What number again? I'm sorry?
250.
250.
Wheel spin.
250 is not a wheel spin.
That's the first one.
Breaking my streak right here.
It's a question about famous authors. Famous authors. Take it for 3, pass it for 2, consult Tyler for 1.
Oh man.
You are currently trailing by 5 points. There's 2 rounds left.
Tyler did just crush a literature question.
He did, but I need more than 1 point. I'm sorry, I do need more than 1 point here. Now I say we passed the buck a little bit and we hit John with a literature question. Famous author literature
Famous
question.
authors is the category. Here we go. John, what famous author tried to get his wife committed to an insane asylum so he could live with his 18-year-old mistress?
Well, it's not Suzanne Collins or J.K. Rowling, the 2 authors we talked about so far. Read again.
What famous author tried to get his wife committed to an insane asylum so he could live with his 18-year-old mistress? You can ask for Russell to be quiet if you would like, Burnon, if that starts to frustrate you.
No, it's
I'll
fine.
take my headphone off right here just in case he says anything. Nothing illegal about that. What? Oh. I honestly have no idea. Keep looking at Russell to see.
It was like more of a mind game than it does anything.
The fact that he's covered his mouth, he moves his microphone up, and he can't hear anything tells me that.
I think he did say whatever it was. Tim called him, and now I'm looking, and now he's saying that.
10 seconds.
I have no earthly idea. I'm going to say Edgar Allan Poe.
It's a great guess. Charles Dickens is the correct answer, though. Charles Dickens decided to do that. He was dicking around.
That was a tale of two cities.
Get it? Okay, John moves down to 7 points. Burnon moves up to 6 points. It is the fight of the century between you guys. Russell, you and your meaningless negative 10. You're just here to create anarchy now. Watch him get 2 10-point jackpots in a row and win the game. Go ahead and give me a number 1 through 500. You kind of could use the wheel here.
Oh gosh, 94.
94. 94 is a wheel spin. Let's spin that wheel of destiny.
Russell, I hope you do get all the 10-point jackpots and hit them all. Because the way we're going, we still could potentially win that. But the answer, or the option is can be stolen.
Can be stolen. Wow. Okay, so here's how it is going to work. I want to make sure I read it verbatim because we are in a tight championship matchup here. Can be stolen if you answer incorrectly. Either one of these two opponents can steal for 1 point. However, if you guess and you get the wrong answer after Russell has potentially missed it, you will lose 1 point. So just be aware before you quickly raise your hand. First person to raise their hand gets dibs on being able to pick up the scraps like a bunch of vultures going for Russell's carcass there on his kayak. Okay, are you ready?
Jesus.
that was way too intense. Here is I'm just going to give the question. No need to give the category. Russell, for 3 points. Name the Canadian singer, composer, actor, author, comedian, and musician who was a part of the SNL band before eventually leading David Letterman's CBS Orchestra.
Paul Schaefer.
That is correct for 3 points.
So new that one.
Congratulations. You now
I'm
move
so glad you got that because I did not.
negative 7. If you had
1,000% knew that.
If you had not gotten that right, John would have taken a 2-point lead.
Letterman was a giveaway.
In round number 5,
Yeah.
we have one more person to participate, and that is John Lunceford at the end of round number 5. John, we'll see if it comes down to round 6 or not. 470.
My parents were Letterman people. That's the only reason I knew that.
470. You're sure you haven't chosen 470 yet?
Well, it's round 5, so I couldn't have.
It is a wheel spin. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Just making sure.
Of course it is.
The wheel has been very active today. Very dramatic.
It went right past audience help and barely went to 10-point jackpot.
It could be a great thing.
Can't lose points, though.
This is your second
And Russell's
10-point
not there to
jackpot.
screw up the audience help if it had landed on that.
All right, 10-point jackpot here.
Already got one of these.
Here we go. Active from 1990 to 2006. Name at least.
There you go.
Active from 1990 to 2006. Name at least 4 of the 6 names associated with having been in the R&B group Destiny's Child.
Beyonce Knowles.
That is 1.
Kelly Rowland.
That is 2.
This is where I crap out. I knew there were more than 3, but because they kept kicking them out because Beyonce didn't like them. You know what's really bad is I watched a documentary about boy bands last night, and somehow my wife gave me the whole history.
You watched Dirty Pop, didn't you?
I watched Dirty Pop, and somehow my wife gave me the whole history of Destiny's Child, and the whole time I just kept saying, I know Beyonce and I know Kelly Rowland. And that is where I stop, because I don't know that I remember any of the other names that she said, but I guarantee you can ask her. She told me all of this last night.
Is Laurel going to be watching this in fury that you
Yes.
did not listen to her and saying,
Yes.
John, if you just listened to me, you wouldn't have these problems?
Yes, I have my
Literally
text locked
ratted
where I
himself
can't see
out.
them, but it wouldn't surprise me if you see Laurel's name pop up here in a second.
I can't see through your finger. Can you?
Sorry.
My
mom had texted me.
I see your mom. I don't think she's a huge Destiny's Child fan, your mom. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to ask you to put that face down now that I know that Laura will be texting with with the update, potentially. She'll be texting any minute. It's locked. Here's the preview. Okay. I'm going to have to say...
Okay, just call me when you need to.
10 seconds.
I'm out.
Okay, here's what I would have accepted. Obviously, Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. Latavia Roberson.
Nope.
Latoya Luckett.
Nope.
Farrah Franklin.
Nope.
Michelle Williams. These are the other
Michelle
names. No. Those are the 6 names that have been associated with having been in the R&B group Destiny's Child. Okay, you lose no points. However, it is a 1-point game. We go into the final round here. Can you hand the microphone to Tyler, please, for me? Tyler, the world title is on the line. It is a 1-point game. You would think with it being a 1-point game, you could come into play here in round number 6. Are you prepared and ready to go with your trivia hat on? So far, you're batting 1,000 today.
I hope I get called upon for the game-winning point, but that was a real Des Moines moment, as I put in the chat, John.
I'm watching TV and about NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys, and I get a Destiny's Child dissertation instead, and I was not listening to that. I was watching.
Okay.
I did have to correct TNR on the Backstreet Boys today, so I maybe could have done a little better with that, even though I probably couldn't name all 5 of them right now.
Round number 6 game comes down to this. Burnon, pick a number 1 through 500.
199.
199. Whew, I'm sweating. Here we go. 199 is a question about female musicians.
Wow. It's not a wheel spin.
You can take it for 3. You can pass it for 2. You can consult Tyler for 1. You currently trail John by 1 point.
Well, I'm going to pass this to Russell.
Gonna pass it to Russell.
I wanted you to pass it to me.
Interesting.
Russell.
Okay.
This one is worth 2 points to both you and Burnon, just depending on
Won't
whether or
help
not
me
you
at
give
all.
the question. Well, it helps your reputation.
Yes.
Here we go. Who is currently the best-selling female artist of all time in the world of music?
Taylor Swift.
That is incorrect.
I would have said...
Really?
That is incorrect.
I would have said Rihanna, because she's the highest streamed female artist, I think. But it's either her or like Madonna.
Currently, the best-selling female artist of all time is Madonna, with over 400 million plus records sold worldwide. According to
John.
Guinness World Records, Madonna is the best-selling female recording artist of all time, selling more than 400 million records over her 40-year career. She's held this record since 2009. So, she will one day be passed. I think everyone feels very confident that that can happen. I don't know with, physical media and how it would be associated there, but that is going to be a successful pass from Burnon.
Hold on. Yeah.
Just so you know, if you were to challenge, I wouldn't even accept it because you're going to the internet to challenge.
Okay. I've literally done that every other challenge and you've accepted it.
I'm not going to any longer. I'm going to ask that the internet stay out of our life. Now, if you want to throw the challenge flag and then we can go to the internet, that's a whole different argument. Okay, but these two guys don't have access to the internet. It's an unfair advantage.
Well, according to the Record Industry Association of America, that is not true.
According to Guinness World Records, it is true.
Huh? What? Taylor Swift. On total certifiable units. I'm going to throw the challenge flag. What's the score now?
Score is 8 with Burnon, 7 with John, -7 with Russell.
If it was my question, I would have challenged it, but it wasn't.
Russell,
Sorry.
Pick a number 1 through 500.
What did you say Russell is? -9?
7.
Negative.
123.
123. Here we go. This is a question about popular book series. A popular book series. Would you like to take it for 3, pass it for 2, consult Tyler for 1?
Consult Tyler.
Here we go, Tyler, for 1 point. Jacob Black is a character in what popular book series?
Jacob Black. Is that Twilight? I think it's Twilight.
Twilight is his official answer. Would you like to take that answer as your own?
I'll take it.
That is correct. You now move to -6. Congratulations, you are nowhere near
Now a
negative
threat.
15. Nowhere near negative 15. All right, John, we are here with the final question of round number 6. The final question of the game. Russell is at -6.
And Burnon is at 8, and I'm at 7.
That is correct.
Yep.
What number would you like to go with?
1.
Number 1.
Congratulations, Burnon, although I'm still ready to protest.
This is a question about sports broadcasting. Would you like to take it for 3, pass it for 2, consult Tyler for 1 point?
Sports broadcasting.
Sports broadcasting, sports broadcast, sports broadcast.
Not sports broadcasters.
That is not what I have said.
I am going. I'll take him.
Going to take it for 3 points and the win, keeping
miss
your
this.
world championship in tow. Here is the question for the defense. What composer, pianist, and radio talk show host composed the NBA on NBC
Oh my
theme
God.
song Round Ball Rock?
Jesus. I should know this. Huh? Oh, I mean that's a very popular song. I would think they could guess it. Hmm.
15 seconds.
Golly, of course,
5,
it's a basketball question.
4.
I don't
3,
remember his name. I want to say it's Brian something,
2.
but I don't remember.
John Tesh
John Tesh
is
That
the correct
right.
answer.
That is right.
And that means we have a new world champion.
I'm still protesting.
You can protest all you want, but I feel very confident that Madonna is the correct answer on that that question that was asked. And this trophy will now be presented to Mr. Burnon Moman, who wins a trophy here in the month of July. Will he win a trophy in the month of August? We will have to see there at the CrossFit Games. Burnon, how does it feel to come in here and be world champion of Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia?
Very fortunate that last question did not get passed to me because I had no idea. There was a lot of tough questions and answers and good passes and back and forth. So really lucky to even come out on top right there. So John made a whale of a comeback, and I was like, yep, it was a heck of a day. So yeah, feeling very fortunate on that one.
Brian Pavlik calls it the most somber win ever. It does feel like we are experiencing some sort of mourning here. But I have no doubt about it, Burnon, that you're going to be facing future challengers that are going to be giving you a run for your money, including a potential revenge tour from John Lunceford himself.
I better start studying because those are some tough questions, and we got lots of smart people that come in and out, so it's going to have to be get on some A game.
We certainly do. Russell, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for giving it your all there. Did not embarrass yourself today. It looked like at one point it could potentially lead to an all-time lowest score set in the history of Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia. It didn't happen. You were able to pull back there with -6. What was with your mentality to just keep fighting compared to throwing in the towel early?
Just fighting for that chance. I knew it was up against two good competitors, but when you're down, you just keep on fighting and challenging. So it didn't work out that way for me today, but I'll be back.
A lot in the chat are debating whether or not the pass should have been made at the end of the game. It is a question.
That's way different, Tom.
Is a question that could have gone your way.
Yeah. Also, I
sure.
do think Russell's score is wrong, according to Jeff. I think it's -8.
-8.
Yeah.
Okay, we will look into that and
I
check.
don't think
the
he
tape.
got his negative points for Burnon's pass.
Gotcha. We will look into that for sure and make sure that we have that right for the annals of history. If you want to be a history maker yourself, you can visit our title sponsor, John. That's MyBookie.
Go to mybookie.ag, use promo code next round, and they will make sure that whatever you choose is certifiably correct. mybookie.ag, promo code next round in the sports book. Play in the casino, play in the live casino. But anything, anytime, anywhere, mybookie.ag.
That is going to do it for Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia. If you type in who is the best-selling female musician of all time into Google and you go to all the news articles, Madonna
has claimed that she has the most. It says on the Guinness Book of World Records, guest Madonna claimed on Jimmy Fallon she sold over 400 million, which is why we have given her the record. Certifiable sales is different, though.
So I'm just asking about that question.
Yes.
So were you specifying like physical album sales? Were you including streams in that?
I think I was including everything of all time ever, I think that's the way it was going. So we will talk it out off the air, figure this out.
I'm just saying it would be great if tomorrow, because had that happened, me missing the question, we would have been tied. I think it would be great to have to come back the next day like a football game that has a rain delay that goes to 2 o'clock in the morning, and you got to come back the next day and play one down.
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, I don't think Burnon has that type of schedule here.
I might need a little more heads up than a couple hours, just to be honest.
Yeah,
live via Zoom. Yeah.
Hey, we can. I got FaceTime.
Yeah. But Guinness World Records, I think, is a pretty reputable source with this whole thing, and that is who I'm going with as the determining factor in this. Now, there's going to be frustrations, but that's what makes this competition so intriguing and entertaining nonetheless. So that is going to do it here for Meltdown Triple Threat Trivia. We will regroup, be back with you tomorrow. Another Meltdown Arcade is headed your way tomorrow. As we will be back, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for us and subscribe for all of our Meltdown content.